President Buhari tasked Central Bank to sustain efforts at stabilizing foreign exchange market and economy, just as police intensify effort in curbing drug trafficking. Plus, Global Action Week for Education commences with calls for sanctions against defaulters. These and more on today's Panorama. I am Ogwa Vivian Unyidibia. President Muhammadu Buhari has tasked the Central Bank of Nigeria to sustain efforts at not only stabilizing the foreign exchange market and the economy, but insulating them from future external and domestic shocks. This was when he granted audience to the governor of the nation's apex bank, Godwin Emefiele. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has details.
No one needs to be told that the Buhari administration inherited a bad economic situation. Oil prices had fallen dramatically and very little had been saved on account of waste, mismanagement and corruption that preceded its coming to power.
Everybody in the world believes Nigeria is a lucky country in the sense of its material and human resources. Our problem has always been how can we organize ourselves, get the correct leadership to come together and pull the country out of the problem we find ourselves.
Various policy measures were therefore introduced by government towards blocking financial leakages in the system and reviving the economy. How far so far? This informed the meeting.
Motives feel and are still feeling the presence of the federal government administration through programs, projects being implemented all over the country, as well as people-oriented policies being churned out. It observed that the war against Boko Haram terrorism, militancy and the sabotage of the economy in the Niger Delta have recorded high success. BMSG says contrary to the expectations of the distractors, the Buhari administration has continued to record significant progress in three cardinal areas of economy, security and fight against corruption, adding that no amount of campaign of calumny would deter the administration from serving Nigerians selflessly. The statement confirms that the true condition of the president, as disclosed by the officials of the presidency, is that he is in recovery mode and gaining energy from treatment he received in the UK, and that the president continues in his role as president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. BMSG maintained that the complaints are politically motivated and advised Nigerians not to be deceived by the diversionary tactics of those who looted the nation's treasury and impoverished Nigerians. Well, moving on, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has reaffirmed government
is livelihood sustainability. Hence, the various programs that the government has initiated in the agricultural sector and through the micro, small and medium enterprises development agency to enhance the economic well-being of Nigerians.
Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Aisha Abubakar, and the Director General, Industrial Training Fund, Mr. Joseph Ari, said the MSME clinic affords government the opportunity to identify challenges and determine areas of intervention, as they have the potential to make the country great. The Vice President took time to inspect some locally manufactured products, which include agricultural produce, footwears, cosmetics, metalworks, fabrics, and other fashion accessories. In Jos, Paul Dama, NTA News.
Still talking business, the federal government has assured the people of Japan that it is open to doing business as both nations seek to boost trade ties and improve relationship. Leah Katumba Batunde reports that the mission seeks to solidify a $30 billion investment discussed at the 6th Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development recently held in Kenya.
Nigeria has not featured on a favorable spot in the World Bank's ease of doing business in recent time. It currently holds the 170th spot out of 189 countries ranked. Security challenges, infrastructure deficit and access to credit.
The initiator, National Youth Talent Hunt for Peace and Security, Mr. Prosper Okafor stated this in Abuja while briefing media on supporting government in tackling insecurity and corruption in the country. Edino Justice has the details.
Youth population is said to represent a country's future and its productive force, which should be well managed. Linking unmanaged population to unemployment, hunger, to how it could degenerate to other vices, such as armed robbery, kidnapping, and advanced free fraud. Prosper Okafor says the 6 domains of the talent hunt are designed to assist the youth to be creative and self-reliant.
If we engage our youths and they have that sense of belonging and they have something they are looking up to go and do on a daily basis, you'll find out that naturally security issues and challenges will start dropping.
This particular organization wants to promote peace, security among the youth. And you know that the youth, they are the ones that are being recruited all over the place to cause mayhem. So when we see non-governmental organizations that want to do that, we give them maximum support.
Like the organizer said, there are links between youth, peace, and security. If they are well handled, you have peace. But
kilograms of cocaine. So this is an opportunity for cross-fertilization of ideas because we need the improved interagency relationship.
For the next 8 days, the participants drawn from various law enforcement agencies will be engaged in sharpening their skills in cocaine investigation and prosecution with a common goal of a world less affected from organized drug trafficking. In Abuja, Edina Justice, NTA News.
And still on security, the Nigerian Television Authority says it will not relent in ensuring adequate publicity of military activities in and around the country. The Director General Yakubu Ibn Mohammed said this when he received the new spokesperson of the Nigerian Air Force.
Our limited resources can carry us, to assist the Nigerian Air Force in not only repositioning itself, but in making sure that the war against insurgency, is finally contained.
He also commended the men of the Nigerian Air Force for its role in fighting insurgency. Serafina Okon, NTA News.
And this is a reminder that you can watch this news live online via the NTA mobile app, which you can download on your Android device at the Google Play Store or the Apple Store if you use devices with iOS. And Panorama returns shortly after this break. To stay with us.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
Together, no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Panorama on the network service of the NTA. Now education matters. With more than 60 billion naira UBEC fund unaccessed by some states, members of the civil society group on education are proposing strict sanctions against such states. The event was a rally to mark the 2017 Global Action Week for Education in Abuja. Franca Uzomaulua has the details.
It is a busy week for civil society organizations in education, a time to raise their voices on the state of basic education in the country.
For us, we cannot achieve this SDG we are talking about without taking education as a priority. States are not accessing the UBE funds. How do we deliver on ensuring quality education in Nigeria?
The theme for this year's Global Action Week is ensuring accountability for SDGs 4 and active citizen participation.
As development activists, we will sensitize the community to speak out. When you have funds when you know you have rights to these things and they are not being given to you. You go back to these community people, sensitize them, let them understand that they have a right.